All right, guys, welcome. This is a webcast to tell you guys how to place a liquor order for the week. So we place liquor orders 2 times weekly here, currently at least. We place them Sunday by 5 o'clock p.m. For them to arrive on Monday, and we place them on Wednesday by noon so that they can arrive on Thursday. So when you set this order up, what you want to do is go into the order form that's provided to us by why can't I talk? By the guys at Fort Erie, and they'll intermittently send this to you with up-to-date instructions in terms of what's available. So I have a copy of the most recent order form right here on the desktop. I'll double-click it. It just opens in Excel, and you can see here it's got the SKU numbers that they use, which is why you need to fill this form out. And the information's all here. So you can place the order, and the order is by the case, not by the individual bottle. So you would just put, however many cases of each you want here. So the one I'm doing right now is completely imaginary. So I'm gonna fill it in just as if I had done a count. So we do count downstairs, see what we need to meet our par levels. And let's say, for the sake of argument, that we needed 3 cases of rosé, 2 cases of Riesling, a case of Cab Franc, a case of Musqué, 3 cases of Gewürz, and maybe there's a red coat, which we have the 12 sand and gravel red coat here somewhere. And let's say maybe we need 5 of those. So this is just an example, of course. But then we need to send this off as an order. So we'll need to open Outlook, because we're going to have to email it off to a couple people here. The instructions for whom you need to send it to can be found on the desktop. But you send it to the gentleman at the warehouse, Billy and George, who are going to be in charge of actually putting the order together and shipping it off. So their email addresses are right here. So we can go back into Excel, and we can actually, right from in Excel, send this order. So you go Share, Email, and Send as Attachment, and the email address will come right up here, and you can just fill these in. So B. Tarswell, copy, and G. McNeil. Now you'll have to do that the first time. I've turned them in my particular Outlook into a group that receives emails, but you would have to whatever. So you'd fill this in like this, and then you'd send it off. I'm not going to do that because, as it happens, we're not really making an order right now. But you just press send, and that would be that. As it happens, instead, I'm going to discard it, and there it is. But so you would send that off, and then after you've sent that off, you'll have to actually go in and put this order in to the logbook as well. We have to create a purchase order to match it. So in the logbook, just go under Manager mode, and we just want to go under Ordering. And I want to create a new order, and we'll put today's date on it. The supplier, so we can place purchase orders from any of our suppliers. In this case, we're ordering from Ravine. Ordering department is no longer important. We just always pick restaurant. We used to differentiate these things. We don't anymore. It's an anachronism. I could probably take it out. But in the meantime, we always pick restaurant. And then you pick who is doing the ordering. And there are your options. We press OK. Once we've done that, you can just type the options in here. I will usually print this thing out here so I have it in front of me. But in this case, we're just doing this hypothetically. But so I would start by saying OK. 2013... the 2012 Cabernet Rosé, because that's still the one we're on. And remember, this is 3 cases, so that's 36 bottles of it that we've ordered. And there we go. And then next I would say 2013 Riesling. And because we're 2 cases, that's 24 bottles. And there we go. And you can see it has the product cost and the extended price automatically calculated. And it'll figure out the total cost automatically. The Estate Cab Franc, again, I would just type in. And again, we're getting 1 case, so that's 12 bottles, and so on and so forth. Now when we had the whole order in, we would press print order form, and it would say to print it here, and if we do that, then it'll send an email. I'm going to deny it here because, again, I'm not actually sending this email. But if you just press OK and allow there, it would mark this as a sent order, all right? And then you would no longer be able to edit it. But again, because I don't want it sent, I'm going to delete these entries, just like this. And we'll just save and close it. I'll actually update that once we're set. When the time comes that the order is actually received, and I kept an old order here to use as an example. This is an order from way back in July that got forgotten. So to finalize it, you'd say print order form, OK. OK. It'll now print to the Xerox, and that's going to send an email out to everybody involved, just saying that an order's been placed. Again, this is not being sent to Fort Erie. They need to be sent this. This is just internal for our internal order placement. Now when the time comes that the order actually arrives, we can go to receive order, and you'll see that all the orders that have been sent appear in this list here. And we can double click on that one, and now we can see the date that we received it, which in this case this was actually received July 11th, because we just took it from Jen's side. There's a place to put the invoice number, not necessary, but what is necessary is to say who received it, and we can actually change the number. So say they were supposed to send a case, but they sent 2 cases instead, we can update that here. We can update the price if it turns out that the price has changed on something. That doesn't really apply to the Ravine stuff as much, but when you're ordering from other suppliers, the invoice price may change. When you've got everything ready, you can print a confirmation, and that will send it to the Xerox. It'll also send an email out saying that the order has been received. But the other thing that you have to do is finalize the order, and that's right here. And when you press finalize order, you'll see that it categorizes it by code. Ravine wine, VQA wine, liquor, beer, and draft. In this case, everything we're getting is Ravine wine, and actually puts it into inventory for cost of goods sold calculation purposes and for the total value of inventory purposes. So we can say proceed, yes, yes, and that's it. You can then save and close, and if you look now, when we go back to receive order, it no longer appears in the list because it's been received into inventory. And that's all, and that's the end of the lesson. I hope that made some kind of sense. Yeah, bye.